Before we talk about endings, let's start at the beginning. Here's a simple question for you. Is there any real difference between the verbs start and begin? If I say, I started studying English 3 years ago, and then I say, I began studying English 3 years ago, does the meaning really change? No, it doesn't. The meaning stays the same. The difference is in the feeling. Begin sounds a little more formal. Start sounds more natural in everyday speech. Now listen to this. Let's get started. That phrase isn't about grammar. It's about action. We use it to announce that something is about to begin. Now imagine this. A project begins well. People are motivated, energy is high. We say it got off to a good start. And sometimes it's even better than that. Then we call it an encouraging start or a promising start. Let me ask you something. If a soccer team wins its first 4 games, what kind of start is that? Exactly, a promising start. But not every beginning feels stable. Sometimes things move, but they don't feel solid. That's a shaky start, or an unsteady start. Have you ever experienced that? Not terrible, just uncertain. And sometimes the beginning doesn't meet expectations at all. That's a disappointing start. And if it's really bad, we call it a disastrous start. If someone fails every exam at the start of a semester, that semester is off to a disastrous start. Now sometimes things go so badly that continuing doesn't make sense. You stop. You reset. That's when you need a fresh start or a new beginning. And when a successful person started without money or fame, we say they had a humble beginning or a modest beginning. Now let's talk about endings. Is finish the same as end? Not exactly. When you finish something, you complete it. I finished my homework. We need to finish the project. But end is different. It's more passive. The semester ends in December. The partnership ended. Do you hear the difference? When something is almost done and you make the final small changes, you put the finishing touches on it. 2 expressions we often use for something stopping naturally are come to an end and draw to a close. Sometimes one moment starts a process that leads to failure. That's the beginning of the end. And when something stops suddenly, without warning, it comes to a sudden end, or an abrupt end. But when something feels endless, when it just keeps going, we say there's no end in sight. Now think about your own life. Is something just getting started? Is it unsteady? Or is it slowly drawing to a close? Understanding these moments, that's how real language learning happens. And that's where we'll stop for now.